It's the last time that you'll be able to do the dishes for your wife. It's the last time you get to eat with your children. It's the last time that you get to have a beer with a friend. It's the last time you get to play catch with your son. It's the last time you get to make love to the mother of your children. The thing is, we don't know it's the last time. The thing about being human is that every day could be the last day. See, my kids haven't talked to my wife and I in 2.5 years. And the last time that I was with them, if I knew it was the last time, I would have acted differently. I wouldn't have striven to be right. I wouldn't have argued. I would have been there. I would have been present. I would have hugged and forgave and begged for forgiveness. I would have been a dad. But instead, I was caught up in depression and pain, and I didn't know what to hope in. And I missed that last time. I don't know if I'm ever going to talk to my kids again. But I know this. I'll be ready next time. I'll be paying attention. There were 12 men that had no idea that this was the last time they would ever be with their friend. There were 12 men who didn't know it was their last night. But Jesus, he knew. And this is what he did on his last night with his disciples. He served them. He ate and drank with them. And he sat with them in prayer. He was there for them. They didn't know. And they weren't there for him when he needed them most. You see, we don't know when our last day is. We don't know how much life we have left. We have to treat every single day like it's our last time to really be with our wife, our last time to really be with our kids and with our friends, our last time to sit before the Lord in prayer. We go to church and we play nice and we sing songs, but do we really just enter into a relationship with God? I mean, we sit down at the meal that we're celebrating tonight, that Last Supper, and we just march up and we eat a piece of bread that tastes like styrofoam and a little thimble of grape juice. But that's not the story. Jesus served. Jesus ate. And Jesus was there. He was present. If we're going to be men of power, if we're going to be men that finish, if we're going to be omega men, not just alpha men, we have to follow what Jesus did. Memento mori. If you don't know you're going to die, you will never really live. And Jesus bids us come and die. He who gives up his life finds it. He who picks up his cross can really follow. Treat every day like it's your last. Because it might be. I want to build on those 3 things a little bit. These are the keys to walking forward. These are the keys to being real men and brothers and fathers and husbands and bosses. Washing feet In Jesus' time was a disgusting job. You know, Jesus didn't start the night with bread and wine. He started it with the towel. On his knees, humble, washing piss and shit and blood and spit off the feet of people that were going to betray him a couple hours later. He washed Judas' feet. If I had it to do over again, if I had that night back, I wouldn't have been arguing and trying to be right and to make myself look better. I would have served. I would have washed the pain and the blood off of my kids' feet. I would have been a dad. See, man, if it's in service that we become bonded, it's in service that we show our love, and it's being served that we receive love. It's not about the sword. It's about the towel. We can't get to the resurrection without picking up the towel. After Jesus had washed their feet, he sat down at a table with them. He wasn't in a temple. He wasn't in a church. He was just at a table with dirty men. And as he sat there, he took a piece of bread and he broke it. And he poured for his friends. For his family. This wasn't a ritual. This wasn't a performance. This was a man sitting down with his friends for the very last time and sharing bread, which they ate every day, and sharing wine, which they drank every day. This wasn't about some performance. This was about remembering the last meal. I remember my birthday dinner with my kids. We were sitting outside and I was smoking my pipe. And the smoke was bugging my kid and they complained about it. And this is my birthday. I wanted to smoke a pipe. My last meal with my kids, and I scared them away because I was being selfish. I've eaten hundreds of dinners with my kids. Sometimes I wasn't there. I was distracted. Sometimes I was worried about things. Sometimes I was just in a shitty mood. What if that was gonna be the last time I got to eat with my kids? You never know when your last meal is gonna be. You never know when it's gonna be the last time you sit with your friends, with your kids, with your wife. You just never know. This wasn't a ritual. It was a meal with friends. We have to remember Christ, but we also have to remember not to miss these chances to connect with our kids, with our families, with our friends. We've got to remember. It was literally the last time he'd ever be with them as a man. And he asked them to do one thing: to stay with him, to stay awake. Last time I was with my kids, I wasn't awake. I wasn't staying with them. I was distracted. I was wallowing in my own pain. I wasn't there. And they needed their dad, and I wasn't there. Jesus didn't judge his disciples. He just asked them to stay awake again and again. And then the soldiers came. See, Jesus knew it was his last day with his friends, but they didn't. We need to spend time. We need to be there for our brothers. We need to save space for them. Jesus was sweating blood, and they were snoring. If we're going to be real men, we need to be there. We need to be there. I'm not trying to build a brand. I'm trying to set a table. A table where we're all welcome. A table like Jesus sat around. A table where we can come dirty and tired and distracted. We can come with all of our shame. And I'm inviting you to that table. There's a link in the description. If you click on that link, you can join a group that's made to hold each other up, to hold each other accountable, and to learn to finish. The alpha lie, it's going to leave you dead. We have to move from alpha to omega. Following Christ means moving from alpha to omega. That we might say someday, it is finished. So click that link, join the Brotherhood. I'll send you a PDF that is called How to Break Bread and Not Break Brotherhood. It's not religious, it's raw, it's real, it's just me speaking from the heart and the things I learned through the shit that I went through. How we can be there, how we can be present. Because I know there's three things. We need to serve. We need to eat with one another. And finally, we need to be present. The disciples missed it. I missed it. Don't miss it. Send for the free PDF.